All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I am JR, and today we're going to take a look at Facebook Marketplace and all the fun that comes with Marketplace and its warranty system and all the warranties that are written, expressly implied, or otherwise. Um, I had the good fortune to sell my Bobcat over the last weekend. I've sold quite a few things. We're doing a lot of different things, Mrs. Engineer and I, right now. So we're looking at some properties, we're selling some stuff, we're buying some stuff. A lot of moving parts, a lot going on, and most of it's not automotive related, which is why I haven't been putting out videos lately. But so one of the things I sold was my Bobcat, which you've seen on the channel. I've had it for 7 or 8 months. It always worked fine for me. Put it up for sale. I think I had it up for $6,500. Explained the clutches, made a young man and his father came to get it. And they stood around and they talked about it for a while, and they said, well, we want to think about it. And I said, okay, whatever. They asked if they could come Saturday, and I said, well, I'm going to the UP. I'm going 4 hours away to look at a property. So I'll be back at night. And they messaged me in the morning. They said, hey, we're available now if you're available. And I said, well, actually, I'm waiting on my wife, so come on over. Um, so they came, they looked at it. I started it up. I operated it for them. I made the kid start it up and operate it. They said, we want to think about it. And I told them repeatedly, like, no pressure. There's plenty more, buy this one, don't buy this one, whatever. Um, so they left and messaged me about 35 minutes later and were like, hey, we want to take it. So the kid came back by himself with $6,000. I made him get up there and operate it again. He's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, get up there and show me that you can start it. He forgot the battery disconnect. Um, and I was concerned they're going to load it. I wasn't going to be there, right? So I went up north and looked at a house, looked at a couple properties, went to hot dog stand, all that good stuff. I get a message from the kid saying, hey, I lost spark and I can see that you were working on it. Do you know what it was? And I felt like at the time that he was implying that I worked on it to get it good enough to drive onto the trailer, which flatly was not the case. You guys have seen it on the channel. So I told him, I've never had to work on it because it lost spark. I changed parts when I got it. Did it go on the trailer and off the trailer okay? He said, yes. Can't get it to run again. Again, this is Saturday, right? I told him one side of the coil is 12 volts, the other side is ground. Check there to see if it's getting power. The battery is under the seat. I said, I'm in Mackinac City. I won't be home until late. If you can't get it out, figured out, I can stop by tomorrow to help. He says, okay. That was Saturday. Sunday goes by. I don't hear from him. Assume he's got it running. Whatever, right? Monday at like 9 o'clock at night, he's like, can I get your number to give you a call? No, no. At this point, we're done here. I've already gone further than I would go for an actual grown ass man, right? If you were 25 years old and did this, I would have just ignored you. It is the nature of the beast that you buy things, you do your due diligence, and you get what you get, right? Like, that's my opinion on it. I drove my K20 onto the trailer and it never started again for me for like 3 months until I figured it out. I never messaged that dude again, not one time. It's not his problem. Maybe he rigged it up to make it really seem easy to start with a key. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. I'll never know. I'll never care, right? It's frustrating, but it's not his problem. He sold it. I took it. That's part of being a man. So I don't know what you people are teaching your children out here, but we'll go into this a little further. So today, oh, this went too far. Today he messaged me. He says it keeps losing spark, and we see that you fixed it to sell it, and you knew that it had these problems. We paid top dollar, and all we were asking was the truth. We see you bought it for only 5,000 and sold it to us for 6, knowing that it loses spark every time you run it, and that's where I lost my temper, right? So I told him, I said, buddy, I have multiple videos of me using that thing for hours in high definition. I made you operate it before you sell it. You 100% made this decision and own this machine. And regardless of what you think or think you've seen, I've never lost spark or worked on it beyond exactly what I told you, new plugs and new cables, which is, again, 100% true. I have no reason to lie about that. And I told him, you probably need a coil or a condenser. That's a thing on 50-year-old machines, which is maintenance, right? General maintenance, parts fail, shit goes bad. I didn't go through it and replace everything just because. I replaced the things that were obviously causing problems and I moved on. I used it for hours, days. Also, it's hot as balls outside. So it's like 90 degrees in Michigan. Probably, but like again, you're gonna have to learn to figure this shit out if you're using marketplace. If you want a brand new skid steer, they got them for you down at the Bobcat dealer. They're $75,000. You won't have to work on a thing, and they come with a warranty. So I don't know. I'm a little fired up about that. I know you guys let me know what you think about it, and let's look for some other marketplace stuff. Kind of curious what we got here. I also sold my trailer, sold it for $2,000 because it was a little too small. Oh, 8,000. Mine was 7,000. I sold it to a guy who watches, who again took it as is and never messaged me again, as it should be. I've been looking at a lot of properties. I'd like to find a little property to put my camper on and ride my side by side out of. But some of these properties, some of these people are asking like 25 grand for like a quarter of an acre. And then you got 5 acres here for $32,000, which seems, entirely reasonable-ish. In Michigan, property right now is roughly a deal, not a great deal, but like a good deal, is about $12,000 an acre. If you tell my grandma that, she'll tell you you're stupid and, it's $500 an acre and whatever. It's not. I was trying to get a sweet square body dump truck. This looks like a cool dump truck. The guy would never respond to me. And after 2 times, I'm not going to. Oh, he's in Connecticut. Lame. Yeah, there was a cool 4-wheel drive V30 dump truck. I have to clean up a property with like 11 Gorillion tires. I'll show you guys. If our offer's accepted, this is what I'm up against. So, yeah, not America's finest work here. It has, interestingly, about 5,473 gas cans. Like the gas cans came to the property and never left. Like they don't understand that you can use them more than once. Very bizarre. But anyway, what else we got here? See, this seems like a good deal. $1,700. It has ran and it does drive. Well, they've all ran at one point. What the fuck does that mean? They have ran and it does drive. It currently does not run. So it doesn't drive. Fucking run-on sentences. It seems like there's starting to be a lot of reasonable deals out there. Like 2 or 3 years ago, the asking price on this crew cab would have probably been 15 grand. Oh, and it's swapped. This is LS swapped. This is LS swapped for $7,000 a crew cab in Missouri. It seems like a solid deal. I think that like the earth is healing on some of this stuff. Again, nice square body, very 1994. The short bed, $3,500 in Arkansas. That's where Daryl came from. Not a bad price. Probably doesn't run. Might not have a motor. I don't know. Is all there. Huh. Maybe we won't get to laugh at people as much as I thought. Except the kid that bought my Bobcat and doesn't know how to work on Bobcats. I need a big trailer. I bought a big loader with the kid's Bobcat money. So that's why I sold my little trailer. I really want one of these M37s, but they just keep going for a lot of money. The other day, I'll fill you guys in on this too. The other day, I was looking at a Kaiser M715. Each you guys will know what that is. And it popped up on my local marketplace. And I think it was $1,500. And it was very cool. It looked like it was in very good shape. It was missing the tailgate, which is like $1,200 to replace. But it was an older lady. She was asking $1,500 for it. And again, another marketplace adventure, right? Like I tell her $1,200 for a Disco Nova seems not bad. It's a little rock box. It's not terrible looking though. So anyway, I messaged this lady. I said she's right up the road, right? And I'm like, hey, what's your address? I can come right now. She gives me the address. I say, okay, I'm on my way. She says, okay. Uh, it's about 20 minutes away. So I drive up there, driving down a dirt road. I get within 20 yards of her house, and there goes the M715 on a fucking trailer. Yeah. Yeah. Can't win for losing. Can't win for losing. I mean, I win a lot, but I guess you lose some. It's a 1 ton. 454. 1500s, again, not terrible for the axles. Get a Dana 60. It's a crazy world. Things are getting better. I don't know. Some of these goosenecks people like make out of campers, and you can kind of tell because they're really fragile looking, like this one. This thing's pretty cool. I wonder if it's just like a neat coat. Back in the 50s, they did not have 4x4s from the factory. And even into the 60s, they were every one you've ever seen was a conversion. Um, People used to think it was unnecessary. Now they think they can't live without it and like literally can't drive a foot. And see, some of this stuff's still too much. Needs 4 pans, $3,200. Like that is an absence of 4 pan. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I thank you for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments about the stuff I saw and about the Bobcat and am I the devil or whatever. And we'll see you next time on the Driveway Engineer. Hopefully I'll be back in the shop here in the next few weeks. So thanks for sticking around.